Welcome to our 2020 Small Business Awards, the Delaware County Chamber's inaugural virtual signature event. My name is Trish McFarland, and I'm president of the Delaware County Chamber. We are honored that you are making the time to be with us this evening. As one of my daughters commented at our now daily family dinners, we are experiencing history. We are going to look back at this time having more wisdom and hopefully with many lessons learned. But no doubt the world has changed forever. Over these past few weeks, the Chamber has experienced many of the same challenges our members have faced, but we haven't stopped. Actually, probably working more hours than we ever have. With Jess, Jacqueline, Kathy, and Kenny, the Chamber has committed to being the resource for every business in the region, as well as constantly trying new ways to engage and interact with the business community in Delaware County. If you don't follow us on social media or receive our emails, wait no longer. Check us out. Check in, come and learn who we are and how we can help your business. But none of this would be possible without the support of our sponsors and our board members. I'd like to recognize each of them at this time. Our sponsors for our Small Business Awards Dinner are WSFS Bank, COMCAST Business, A&E Construction, TD Bank, Bars, Gowie, Amon and Foltz, BHCU, Crozier Keystone Health System, Energy Transfer, Mainline Today, Visit Delco PA, SAP, A&M Healthcare, AmeriHealth Caritas, Brinker Simpson and Company, Catholic Community Choir, Click Canyon, Delphara Heating and Cooling, Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, LPL Financial, Meridian Bank, Monarch Staffing, Oliver Heating and Cooling, RCM Business, and Risk Averse Insurance. And as I mentioned, our board members have been extremely supportive through this entire thing and are the reason that we're able to do this event virtually tonight. Bob Simpson, Chair of the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce, Managing Partner of Brinker Simpson, Peter Adamo, Chief Executive Officer of Crozier Keystone Health System, James Burkhead, Director of Transportation Risk at NSM Insurance Group, Amy Kate Brackenier, Vice President and Executive Director of Catholic Community Choir, Mike Brady, LPL Financial, Jim Bradenberg, Comcast Spotlight, Jeff Brandon, Senior Vice President and Regional Vice President of TD Bank, Jim Byrne, McNichol, Byrne, and Matlowski, Steve Byrne, Executive Director of Visit Delco PA, Kathy Cardillo, Director of State Advocacy for Trinity Health, Carl Churkin, Philadelphia Union, Sam Cohen, The Iron Shop, Nicole DeBaton Robinson, National Realty Corporation, Deanna Doan, Click Canyon, Brian Urey, Cabrini University, Jacqueline Gardner, Tamar's Utilities, Michelle Garrity, PICO, Adam Gattuso, Monroe Energy, Grant Gegwich, Independence Blue Cross, Bill Gowie, Bars, Gowie, Amon and Foltz, Sue Heindel, Aqua Pennsylvania, Bob Judge, Chester Water Authority, Joe McGinn Jr., Energy Transfer, Mike Rank, Community YMCA, Anthony Ryan, WSFS Bank, Dominic Savino, Drexelbrook, and Jen Straczynski, Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union. And I would also like to thank our Foundation Board of Directors, Jacqueline Gardner, Chair, Tamar's Utilities, Ann Logan, Vanguard, Peter Bars, Bars, Gowie, Amon and Foltz, Lou Coldemal, Mancini and Coldemal, Clara Burke, Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, Laura Casper, Monarch Staffing, Larry Setland, Setland Design Group, Cecile Charlton, Delaware County Transportation Management Association, Anton Del Orifice, Delightful Detail, Brent Doan, Click Canyon, Patty Duffy, Streamline Payroll, Tom Garrigal, Brinker Simpson, Ro Falcone, EDSI, Karen Kasachian, Delaware County Community College, Donna Marandola, AmeriHealth Caritas, Mitch Steed, M&T Bank, Mike Morgan, Chairman Emeritus, Troy Dennis, Express Employment Professionals of Delaware and Chester County, Christy Purnell, Vanguard, and Dion Douglas from Kimberly-Clark Corporation.
Julie has a passion for softball and fitness training. It was evident when she started playing that when she was 6 years old. She went on to where she was the starting pitcher in college for 4 years, and she led the team to playoffs and winning records. After college, she offered private and group softball and fitness instruction to local people, and she found that there was a great interest in what she had to offer, her skills and her passion. And she thought she would like to turn this into a business so she could pass her passion on to girls and young women. With the encouragement of her parents, she contacted SCORE. She took the SCORE seminar on how to start and operate a business, and she documented a business plan using SCORE's template. John Leggett and I were her mentors. We helped her with her business plan, and we answered questions that she had on how to start up a business. Interestingly, Julie's grandfather took advantage of SCORE's free services to start his business and went eventually on to become a SCORE mentor. So they are a multi-generational SCORE family.
Thank you, everyone. SCORE has been a part of my life since I was young. I have fond memories of going with my grandfather, who was also a SCORE mentor, to his office and playing Minesweeper on the computer there as he mentored young entrepreneurs. Flash forward 20 years, and SCORE is still a huge part of my life. Dreams become a reality because of SCORE and the support of their mentors like Frank, Bill, and my pup-up. I would love to thank my parents. I'm so lucky to be able to do what I love every day because of them. Their support, their belief in me, and their love means everything, and they are my #1 cheerleaders. Lastly, I would love to thank Delaware County Chamber of Commerce for this incredible honor. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Randy Prince, Vice President at TD Bank. Thank you for allowing me to pinch hit from home tonight. It is my honor to be introducing Delaware County's 2020 Entrepreneur of the Year, Josh Irons. Josh founded River Avenue Digital in 2017, starting his footprint as a resident of Headroom in media. River Avenue Digital, also known as RAD, was Josh's brainchild. Josh observed the tactical and rigid approach of marketing agencies and knew that there was a better way. RAD is a digital-first marketing agency that helps small and medium-sized businesses take marketing off their to-do list. RAD provides content marketing, brand strategy, social media, SEO, website design, digital advertising, email marketing, and other related services. As the CEO of River Avenue Digital, Josh oversees the people, strategy, and client portfolio and continues to work towards agency growth. River Avenue's goal is to be strategic in its approach and add value to its clients' businesses. They work with their clients to differentiate, add value, and expand their reach. Josh is a seasoned leader and dedicated mentor of talent with more than 15 years experience running an award-winning agency, managing high-performance sales teams, and turning digital marketing tactics into revenue-generating strategies for both small and large companies. In early February, Josh celebrated the grand opening of his storefront in Prospect Park with his team. I am happy to congratulate and present the 2020 Entrepreneur of the Year to Josh.
Hello everybody, I'm Josh Irons with River Avenue Digital. First of all, I would like to thank Trish and the Delco Chamber of Commerce my friends and family, those who nominated me for the award, my team especially, the River Avenue Digital team, and most of all, my amazing wife who puts up with me and my entrepreneurial spirit. Let me tell you a little bit about River Avenue Digital before we get started. River Avenue Digital is a full-service marketing agency that leads with digital. We help small businesses not only find new clients, but engage with their current clients in a better way. We do that through a mixture of digital marketing, traditional marketing, and basically anything our clients need. The reason that we did this is because we wanted to be able to help small businesses succeed. And there's no better time to do this than now with everything that's going on. We love small businesses. We are a small business. We're located right in the heart of Prospect Park. We have a new office there, and we just love being part of the Delaware County community. So there's no better award to receive than from my peers. So one thing that actually three things that we talk about as a company are how we help small businesses differentiate themselves, add value to their clients and their prospects, and expand their reach. And we do it through digital storytelling. Storytelling is an important piece of it because everybody has a story, and if you do have a story, it resonates with the community and your potential clients and prospects. We want to make sure that your story is being told. And we do that because we believe in it. Let's start with our story. So I started River Avenue Digital about 2.5 years ago. And the reason I started it was because I was running a large digital agency. I was traveling here, there, and everywhere about 3 weeks out of the month. I have a young son at home, and I have a wife who I love to see. So I took the bull by the horns and said, you know what, I am going to start my own company, and I am going to start it here in Delaware County. So what we did was we put our flag in the ground here, and we're expanding the company from that point. So after 2.5 years of some good successes and a lot of learnings, we're in a great spot to really serve this community and beyond. Now, I am not in hotel rooms. I am at home all the time, and I always say that the next time I am on a flight, it will not be business related, it will always be for pleasure, which was a great decision, and I'm glad that I did that and I stuck with it. So River Avenue Digital, we, again, telling our story, we decided to call it that because River Avenue is where my grandfather grew up, River Avenue in the Bronx. And I am also a rabid baseball fan, and Yankee Stadium is actually on River Avenue in the Bronx. So putting those two things together, following my grandfather's footsteps in business, we created a brand, and we're trying to grow that brand as much as possible. So I want to end this by saying thank you to everybody who is watching, and I can't wait to see you all in person. Thank you very much.
And it's my honor to introduce the Delaware County 2020 Small Business Person of the Year. Joseph A.M. Toledo was the co-founder, president, and CEO of Toledo's Authentic Italian Food Incorporated. Upon completing military service in 1967, Joseph helped his father pursue his longtime dream of opening his own ravioli store. In October of 1967, Toledo's opened its doors to friends and neighbors, offering only 4 pasta items, including the same signature cheese ravioli Toledo's sells today. In 1981, Joseph assumed leadership of the company from his father and incorporated his family business as Toledo's Authentic Italian Food, Inc. This corporate filing was joined by a major expansion in the manufacturing capacity with a larger USDA certified facility and offering nearly 80 fresh and frozen pasta products. Joseph continued the family business even after his father passed in 1986 and integrated many state-of-the-art advances in manufacturing, including freezing capabilities that allowed same-day shipping of fresh, frozen pasta products. Today, Toledo manufactures over 130 pasta, sauce, and general food products and serves nearly 20 states nationwide. Sadly, Joseph passed away suddenly this past fall, but the legacy lives on. Over the years, Joseph and his wife Carmela have raised a very close-knit family, with 3 of their children holding important roles in Toledo's family business. Angela Storti is Toledo's Executive Vice President, Joanne Brown is the company's Corporate Chief, and Joseph M. Toledo is Company President and CEO. Joseph A.M. Toledo was a man of integrity. He took great pride in his business and in producing pasta and Italian foods that continually pushed the limits of quality and value. He believed in helping as many people as he could and never put himself before the success of the company. There was only one thing he valued more than his company, and it was his family. Joseph's passion for food and family was passed on to him from his father, and he in turn passed it along to his children and grandchildren. Today, his family continues growing his company with the same values that made him successful for 53 years. With the same passion the Toledo family carries on the dream, bringing original recipes made with the highest quality ingredients to the tables of families across the United States. Delaware County is proud to have this legacy continue to grow here, and I'm proud to present this award to such a deserving candidate. Sadly, in memoriam, I'd like to introduce Joseph's son, Joseph F. Toledo, to accept the award on his father's behalf. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joe Toledo, and I am honored to accept the 2020 Small Business Person of the Year Award on behalf of my father, Joseph A.M. Toledo. My father helped his father start our family business 53 years ago as a small storefront in Southwest Philadelphia. My grandfather was 60 years old when they began their journey, so it was my father who really developed the business into its current state here in Delaware County. Through the years, my father always promoted the values of quality, perseverance, honesty, integrity, and trusted partnerships. And he was very proud of his partnership with the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. Sadly, my father passed away this past September, and while he wasn't a man who wanted the spotlight, I know he would be very proud to receive this honor. So again, on behalf of my father, Joseph Toledo, and the entire Toledo family, thank you to the Chamber for this great recognition.
A&E Construction is a premier construction firm headquartered in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, with a branch office located in New Jersey. A&E has been serving the Mid-Atlantic region since 1978 with hundreds of completed projects throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and New York. Founded by Bud Santora, A&E Construction has grown from 4 employees to its current staff of 70 full-time employees. Bud Santora was responsible for instilling a philosophy of unyielding dedication to providing premium service and quality to clients of A&E. It is that philosophy that continues to drive A&E through his 2 sons, Bill Santora, CEO, and Tony Santora, President, as they continue to lead their business their father started. Over the past 40-plus years, A&E performs projects of various sizes for retailers, private developers, corporations, office complexes, warehouses, manufacturers, schools, universities, and the public sector. A&E has received numerous awards for construction projects and has consistently been ranked in the top 25 contractors in the Philadelphia area by the Philadelphia Business Journal. The field crew motto of Safety First has become emblematic of our dedication to the safety in the field, as evidenced by our experienced modification rating of 0.846. A&E has thorough commitment to quality and developed a team approach that extends to subcontractors and project professionals, creating a synergy between A&E and its valued clients. The result that over 75% of A&E's work comes from repeat business. It is my pleasure to introduce our 2020 Family Business of the Year, A&E Construction.
Good afternoon. My name's Bill Santor. I'm the CEO of A&E Construction right here in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. First of all, we want to thank the Chamber for this prestigious award. We're humbled by it. Our team's humbled by it. We also want to thank all the people out there dealing with the coronavirus. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you. The biggest part of our success is our team, A&E Construction. We're about 100 people strong, and we are very proud of each and every one of them. Without them, we could not do what we do. We are in 7 states across the Northeast and proud of it. We also want to thank our clients. Without our clients, we could not be where we are. They treat us as a team, and they treat us as what you would want to be treated in this kind of environment. And they're fair, they're caring. We want to thank our subs. Without them, it's the same thing as I said about our team. We cannot do it without you. Thank you very much. Another part of our group of people that we work with are architects and engineers. It's great to work with them. Most of them love to work as a team and love to put things together. When there's a problem, instead of pointing fingers, we work together to solve them. Also want to thank my family. First, my wife, Anna Marie, my children, Billy, Elena, and Danielle, for putting up with me. I'm not easy at times during stress, and they deal with it. I also want to thank my whole family, the Santora family, 2 of which work with me, my brother Jamie and my sister Vicky. They have been a great part of the team. They do so much for us, and they keep us together. My last sister, who is was a school teacher, turned into a director, and now is head of alumni for that school, Country Day School of Sacred Heart. And without her, it would have been hard for me to educate my children. So thank you for that too. A&E Construction was started by my parents. It's named A&E after them, Anthony and Elena Santora. We built the company together, my father and I, and when he passed away in 1992, I took over the company. About 10 or 12 years later, my brother Tony joined me. What a great partner. He does so much, he's brilliant, and he works hard to make sure everybody is in the right spot at the right time. I also have an executive team. I'm not going to mention you all, but without you guys, it would be a disaster. Thank you very much. A&E was started by my father, as I said, and was built into a small 3 or 4 person general contracting firm. We did some commercial, some residential. We then built the company into a commercial enterprise, I would call it, growing it from the 3 people to, like I said earlier, 100. We do a vast amount of our work is retail, grocery stores, self-storage. We thank you guys for all the business you give us. It's been a great relationship and a great deal. 70% of our business is repeat business. We don't need to go out to the marketplace that often. When we do go out to the marketplace, it's usually because it's in the same sector we're working in. What's really cool is 3rd generation. We are a 3rd generation company. We have 2 siblings, one of each of us. My brother has a daughter, Marissa, who is an assistant project manager in the office at home now. And my son, Billy, who is out in the field, who does a multiple of things, including substitute superintendent, labor, truck driver, carpenter, whatever it takes. Thank you guys for all that. One of the cool things is every single one of my parents' grandchildren have taken a part in this company once or twice. Summer jobs, different things. Our attorney in our real estate portion is my nephew, which is awesome. So we are a true family business because we care about family. I want to thank you guys for this award one more time, for the company. and this is just awesome. Thanks.
Good evening. I'm Mike O'Donnell, Senior Marketing Specialist at COMCAST Business. First of all, we're proud to be a part of this wonderful event again this year. At COMCAST Business, like most other businesses, we're doing our best to help customers of all sizes survive and thrive through the current economic situation. Our goal is to aid our customers to continue forward and to always be prepared in times like these now and in the future. I'm excited to introduce the Delaware County Small Business of the Year, Kibo. Kibo Biotech was established in 1997 by its scientific founder, Dr. Natarajan Ranganathan. Today, Kibo is a successful dietary supplement company currently located in Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. Kibo is best known for its animal and human probiotic dietary supplements for kidney failure, as well as its general immune and general wellness probiotic supplements. The company has accomplished pharmaceutical-like development and validation for all of its proprietary probiotic-prebiotic formulations. Guided by an outstanding group of internationally recognized scientific advisory board members, Kibo seeks to lower the rates of chronic kidney disease and CKD-related Medicare costs. In the wake of the coronavirus, Kibo is launching its immune symbiotic natural grass products towards boosting immunity for one and all. With the current crisis and home quarantine situation, we all may be feeling stressed, with considerable anxiety and depression, which can drain an individual's immune system. Heightened stress levels are particularly evident in the populations that are most vulnerable: the elderly, people with chronic conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, and kidney disease, and those who are immune compromised. Kibo's distinctive probiotics uniquely support immunity needs in the time of crisis. This outstanding work is happening right here in our backyard in Newtown Square and deserves this recognition of the 2020 Small Business of the Year. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Natarajan Ranganathan, and I am from Kibo Biotech. In short, they call me Dr. Rangan. First and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to thank the Chamber President, Trish McFarland, the Board of Directors, as well as the Chamber members for bestowing this unique opportunity of being the 2000 business company of the Delaware County Chamber. Well, May is the most important month of the year, probably after Thanksgiving and Christmas. Of course, May Day, we don't celebrate. Of course, May is Mother's Day, May is Graduation Day, May is Prom Day, May is Memorial Day, May is Cinco de Mayo Day, as well as May is also Bar Mitzvah Day, and as well as the Indianapolis 5000, as well as the Asian American Awareness. Being originally with roots from India, I'm an Indian American, but I migrated to this country in 1970, almost 50 years ago. And I have been an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, and this is my third venture, which we started in 1997. Well, needless to say, the Wuhan originated COVID-19 has infected over probably 3 million or 3.5 million and getting more. And there are hundreds of them, I think it's about 600 now, who has given up their lives or succumbed to this COVID. And amidst this, I have mixed feelings. Although I am humbled and happy, I have mixed feeling in accepting this award at the present conditions, which is present all over, not only in USA, all over the world with the COVID crisis. Our company, when we started, it was in Philadelphia in 1997. We were in Philadelphia until 2005, and 1st of 2006, we moved to 4581, if I'm correct, at the Newtown Business Center after 8 years. And we engaged in a small place, 2,500 square feet, and then 500. Now we are at 4781 for the past 8 years almost, and we have been there. Our company originated because of the extensive funding we got from the National Institute of Diabetes, Digestive Kidney Disease, as well as from the United States Aid for International Development. And we were coming along very well, and we were almost pronounced dead when we moved from downtown Philadelphia to Newtown Square. Although we started the company as a drug development company, we found out that we are in the area of probiotics. You must have heard so much about probiotics and prebiotics. And most of the vision that we had, or the ultimate vision we had is, of all the diseases, kidney disease is the only disease which is reimbursed by the government. And it was John Oliver in 2017 who opened up a Pandora's box as how much money we're expanding. We are spending almost $114 billion on taking care of kidney failure patients, whereas we spend about twice the money on getting the education. So we got passionate about it. Can we do something for the kidney failure patients? That's how we started. We started a drug development company, but we found out these patients are highly immune compromised. So we turned into a dietary supplement company. And we have been very successful as a dietary supplement company. Although nobody wanted to invest money in a dietary supplement company, one of the lady who is Dr. Brenda Gavin, who is no more, she was a venture capitalist at SmithKline Flinchers, and she told us, why don't you sell your products at Cats and Dogs? And that was a gateway that opened us for us. And we put our product for Cats and Dogs, and it caught fire like anything. And we licensed the product to a French company called as Vetacanol. And we got a licensing money of $1 million plus $2.4 million after 5 years. And we have been selling our products to Cats and Dogs with moderate to severe kidney failure since 2016 for the past almost 16 years, and we've been very successful. We launched the product for human in 2010, about 10 years, and as of today, we have not had a single incident of any minor, moderate, or severe reactions reported either to us or US FDA. But unfortunately, dietary supplements are not recognized well, although we were actually the very first dietary supplement company to be recognized and awarded a Bus of Bio Award in 2014. We took the opportunity of now selling the product to humans for the past 10 years. Doctors don't want to prescribe dietary supplements, especially in the kidney failure, because normally probiotics are used for digestive health or gut health, not for kidney health. So they were not recognizing any validity, although we have done a pharma-like validation for a product. And we took the idea, let us launch the product as a drug. But as we are going to be launching the product as a drug, it's going to take 3 more years, but we are still selling the product as a dietary supplement. And in the meantime, with the COVID crisis, you know that most of the people who just or succumbed to the COVID crisis, most of them were afflicted. Their immunity is very poor. And of all those who are admitted, you know that most of the people who have comorbid conditions like diabetes, cardiovascular, kidney disease, they succumb to the COVID crisis. So we have actually a product that we are actually selling both for kidney failure, it is called as Renadil, and for veterinary application called as Azidil. And we also have a fiber. So now we are in the process of developing. Actually, we have developed the product. The product that is developed is already there. One is called as a Kiboflora. The other one is called as a Kibofortis. Together, I should say, they would actually help to boost your immunity. Now, with all the problems that we have, now we know that we're all stressed out. We're all very anxious, we're all depressed, and this condition causes, to a large extent, not only depression, etc. Any disease, doesn't matter what disease you have, we always have what we call a C-reactive protein, which is a collection of inflammation. And this product will help. Of course, I don't promise you it's going to help you to take the stress out of your system or whatever it is. At least it will help to boost your immunity, stabilize your immunity. And they are predicting there could be another wave probably of the flu. So although we are a dietary supplement company, you better trust me that we will be launching a product soon, hopefully by July 1st, that will help to boost the immunity. And I am also praying we should at least get to, I don't think the world will be the same as before. We are going to go to a new world order, new normalcy. So we are hoping that the product that we launch will be helpful to boost or at least help maintain the immunity. And at the same time, again, it's all with mixed feelings. I'm pleased to be recognized as the 2000 Business Awardee by the Delaware County, and I want to again thank the President Trish and the BOD and all other organizers. And thank you very much, and God bless you. Be safe and good health to all of you.
In the late 80s, two college buddies learned to brew beer in their dorm room with a home brew kit. Whether it was a natural talent or the endless supply of suds, people liked what they tasted and wanted more. They didn't know it at the time, but this was the beginning of what was to become Yards Brewing Company. Yards has been brewing Philly's beer since 1999 and has grown from a garage-sized operation in the Manayunk section of Philadelphia to a 38,000 square foot facility along the city's Delaware River waterfront. You can find Yards throughout the Mid-Atlantic region in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. Philadelphia Pale Ale and Brawler are both nationally recognized ales and led the Bounds portfolio of quality handcrafted beers, including 9 year-round offerings, several seasonal and limited releases. The Yards crew share a commitment to supporting the good people and organizations making our backyard a better place to live and work. At Yards, it's always been about working hard, having fun, and giving back. Their Brew Unto Others motto reflects their commitment to quality, community, and sustainability. We're very excited to have Tom here with us today, and we'll be doing a live Q&A with Tom later in the program.
Hello, how you guys doing? Thank you for being part of this. How did I get started? How did Yards get started? Well, for the last 26 years, people have been asking me, how did you get started in the beer business? I go, it's a classic story. I started making beer in my dorm room at home, or home brewing at my dorm room. A professor came up to me and approached us and said, so I hear you're making beer. We're like, well, yeah, we're making beer.
We're giving it to all our friends. We're not selling it or anything. And the guy was like, no, you don't understand. I'm a home brewer, and we're brewing this weekend at my house if you wanted to stop by, and I'd love to try your beer. So that's sort of how it got started. I started making beer in the dorm room, going to a professor's house, making beer, and then next thing you know, we're done brewing beer at his house. He's like, well, do you want to go to a craft brewery, a microbrewery? I'm like, well, sure. So we ended up going to the microbrewery and, doing a small tour, and I don't think I ever left. I think that's when I made up my mind that I wanted to be in this business and start making beer. And that's how I ended up getting into the beer business. But, as we started, we ended up doing a small brewery in Manayunk. Our first beer was Extra Special Ale. Really special beer to us. We were doing what we loved. We were making English ales, and we were brewing what we liked. We were making only 36 kegs a week and made all the beer basically for ourselves. And what we couldn't finish is what we sold. And then that's sort of how we started building our brand. We were the beer guys, two guys that were at every tapping of every beer that we sold. We would deliver the beer earlier that day, and in the evening, come there with the tap so they could put the tap handle on and then drink the beer with the people that were trying it for the very first time. It was a great way of growing and branding your beer. Passion of and for craft beer has helped us build this brand. We're proud of our beer, and it showed. I mean, the culture of the brewing industry is also like that. Proud, innovative, and very good-natured. I think that's important as we're moving forward as a brewery, to be good-natured. So we needed to become sustainable through what we felt was quality and consistency. Quality and consistency has to be number one. It's being a trusted brand, and it's all about the consumer confidence, knowing that they're getting your best every time. That's really important because it's all about becoming a real business, and that's one of the first things you really have to take serious is your product. How do you become a trusted brand? Well, first you gotta have a beer you love to drink, and I hope you guys are gonna be joining me with a beer right now, so cheers. This is our new beer, Filthy. It just came out during the sort of CERC closure that we have, and I'm really excited about it, and it tastes great, so I'll put that there. So one thing that we really need is, when we're becoming a trusted brand, when we're becoming that beer, we have to always be innovating, doing new things, making a new beer. This is an unfiltered hazy IPA, which is, all the rage right now. So we're being innovative and doing things that people want to drink. We also need to have charitable connections and collaborations. Having brands that can be branded to a cause or a group of people is always a strong marker for your products. We're part of one which is called Make the World Better organization, which is Connor Barwin's organization that does playgrounds around Philadelphia and fixes them up, makes them nice for the kids to play at. We did a beer, Make the World Better beer, which he's been, which we give a contribution to. But also with Tiana organization, which is tied to our pink beer, which is pink. It's also Tiana organization's breast cancer research organization that does a lot of really good things. And also, we also tie in with that Twist Out Cancer, which is another organization that we use with the pink charitable. Basically donate a dollar a case to these organizations, which is really great. But our whole goal in this thing is also to become Philly's beer. And how do you become Philly's beer? Well, you need a couple things right off the bat. You need to be rooted in Philadelphia. You really need to have a physical presence in town. And we've been in Philadelphia since 1994. We did our first brewery in Manayunk. We've moved 4 times, so we're on our 5th brewery right now. You have to be connected to community, like I was saying. When you have an issue, Yards has that same issue, and we're going to fight to get that issue taken care of. Also, you need a connection to Philly sports. I don't think anybody is drinking beer and not watching sports. It's a big part of it. Comes all around. Time for your second sip. So we've grown 4 times, like I was saying, to get more consistent and produce better quality beer than our competitors. Every time you grow, you're exposing your business to the next break-even point. You know, you're trying to calculate your chance of growth and your move towards a new market, and you need momentum, which is very important, which I'll talk about. I'm going to talk to you about something that I rarely ever talk about, how hard it was for Yards to grow and stay alive during these last 2 significant moves. It wasn't easy making these moves when we moved from Kensington to Delaware Avenue. We were splitting up the company. Things didn't work out with my previous partners, and it was me alone to help keep Yards and the brand alive. I was lucky that, I had some employees that believed in me and were willing to take a chance on me and Yards. This happened in 2008, a time when the banks were all ready to support us, give us money, and help us move to the next level. And then the bottom dropped out of the banking world at that point. The recession came, but we were still determined to build a brewery. Put everything we had into the project personally. Found a bank that got us over the hill, even though we had a 4-month delay, which really hurt. However, the bank was not a great partner back then. With all the changings that had happened. We were struggling for the first time in 14 years. We were getting close to not having our doors open. And we just had to focus on figuring out what we needed to do, our own product, and be that brewery. We borrowed more money, changed direction a little bit, and we added something we'd never done before, a tasting room. Next thing you know, craft beer went through the biggest growth phase since its humble beginnings. We took advantage of it. We grew from just under 7,000 barrels of beer that first year to over 40,000 by 2018. A tasting room was busting at the seams. We needed to get bigger, and for all the right reasons. So just 2 years ago, we moved from Delaware Avenue to Spring Garden. Now, with this adversity, I want to say, 2 great things always came out of this. When we moved in 2008, the whole sports tie, the Phillies won the World Series. When we moved again in 2018, the Eagles won the won the Super Bowl. So I'm saying there's not a good connection there, but hopefully we're going to grow and have to move again and for another sports championship. I'm not sure, but we moved for all the right reasons. We needed a canning line. We didn't have the room at the old place to do that, and we really wanted to have a bigger tap room and event space to handle private parties, things like that. We created a place of pride for us and the community. We opened a multi-package production facility, staying close to home as Center City as we could, building it the Philly way, using union contractors, local architects, and standing out against our competition. The tap room, the location, the vision, the look, accessibility, and quality to match our beer. We felt we had to do better than everybody else, and we had to do that because we felt our beer was better than everyone else's. Events, so there's something about going to a brewery to do an event where your audience always feels comfortable and it's never stuffy. And you get better attendances because, hey, we're going to a brewery and more people actually want to go to your event, which is great. And we're very serious about how we deliver our events. A big part of how we present ourselves, and that's how we want to present our products out there. Time for another sip. I hope you guys have, decided to get some beer along for this presentation and for the previous presentations. I'm sure it's going to make the experience much better. It is for me. So there were challenges and delays in construction with going into new place, over budget, finding ways to overcome that. Challenges in production, we didn't release a new brand for 3 years. Something which you always need to do. You always need to be releasing. About a year ago, we're at the point where we launched a very successful summer beer. And unfortunately, we didn't make enough, and we sold out of it right away. In that fall, we released our first year-round beer called Loyal Lager. It was a great success. You know, we had plans this year to brew more summer beer, and 2 new brands coming out April 1st and June 1st. We're all set to enter the growth phase and bring us out of the dead hole that we found ourselves. Well, and now that's what happened. The virus hit. All the bars and restaurants selling draft beer stopped. Our tap room stopped. Our event space stopped. The momentum we had stopped. It was, we needed time to readjust and to figure out what we were doing again. Now, the impact of keg beer was really big for us because it was about 45% of the liquid that we made and probably over 50% of the revenue because, the margins were much better, or 50% of the profit. The margins were much better for the keg beer. So what were we going to do? How are we going to adjust? We're really happy that we're able to continue to produce and to keep our employees working. That's great. We're making cans and bottles all we can. But we're not making any kegs. That's okay. We know they're going to come back. We're doing curbside, touchless pickup, family-style meals, and we're even doing a Mother's Day lunch if you wanted to pick up there. Also, we're limited delivery area, so we're delivering a little beer. We released 1 new brand, Filthy. Time for another sip. And we'll be releasing another new brand the first week in June. That's going to be called Featherweight, and it's actually going to be our first low-calorie beer. I know everybody's been staying home too much, not exercising enough. They're going to need a low-calorie beer after this pandemic's over. But we have high hopes for these brands and our company, and we're adjusting. But not every brewery or business is going to survive this pandemic. I am confident that the good nature of the brewing community and yards will shine through these troubling times, whether it's helping others out with collaborations, fundraisers, or just buying a friend a beer. We will give back and we'll pay it forward. It's our culture, it's our nature. I am proud to be a brewer. You only have one hometown, so drink your hometown beer. Thanks very much.
Thank you for joining us as we change the future.
Can you text her to
If
start
this
my
is
video?
your first chamber event, we certainly hope it's not your last. Life doesn't stop, and neither will we. We will continue to help bring back our economy safely and responsibly, but business will thrive soon. These virtual events may be our norm for quite some time, so we wanted to thank you for helping to make our first virtual Small Business Awards a success. Thanks again to our board members and sponsors that have allowed us to embrace the unknown and continue to drive business forward.
So, hi, this is Trish McFarland from the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. We will get started with the Q&A from Tom in just a minute. We will be live, so just stick around, stay with us. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking this out tonight. This has been amazing. I want to thank Jess for all of the hard work that she's put into making this happen. It was no easy feat, but we know that the times have definitely changed, but we can't stop working. So we're really excited to bring this event to you tonight. Stick around. There's networking at the end after we have our Q&A. And I think we will get started in just a second. Okay. Am I here? Start video. Okay, here we are. We're all starting to come on now. This is what happens when you do this inaugural virtual event. We will keep this working here. We'll keep going. Elaine, I want to introduce you first if you're on here. Hi, how are you? We will unmute you, and here we go. Elaine Schaefer from Delaware County Council, thank you for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
I'm so happy to be here. Unfortunately, I just got on. I missed the presentation because we just wrapped up a marathon press conference. So I didn't get to see the presentation, but I can tell from the comments that it was fantastic, and congratulations. What an exciting, you know, a very new world we're living in to recognize our businesses like this. But you are setting the standard at the Chamber of Commerce in keeping it going, and thank you for including County Council, and congratulations to the winner.
Thank you, Elaine. I know you've had a marathon day. I started the day with Elaine, and I'll end with her. I had coffee this morning though, but you know, this evening calls for the yards. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your leadership during this time, and we truly appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to pop on tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So now, Tom, thank you. So every time you told me to drink, I did. Jacqueline and I are here in the office, socially distanced, of course, but both with our yards, because we had to. You told us to. So I know that you are not local right now, but talk about how the last 8 weeks have shifted. I saw you about a week and a half ago, but even since then, how has things changed for you guys?
It's really amazing how everything has changed. We are able to do some different things. Are you guys hearing me?
Yep.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, good. Sorry.
So we're able to do you know, some different things by, you know, sort of pivoting a little bit. You know, I guess that's the word a lot of people are using, but we're able to, you know, sell beer from the tap room to go. We're doing deliveries, and we're doing as much of the keg and canned beer as we can. You know, I think even though people aren't going out to bars and restaurants, I think they're bringing some beer home to drink and so forth. So I think that's a big part of it.
That's awesome. And I want to mention in the chat right now, everybody is commenting on how we've changed, how our outfits changed so quickly. So everybody knows we did record that. I think it was like a week and a half ago. So I maybe should have said that, or we're just that magical that we changed that fast. From the Q&A that we had, what is your favorite beer?
So my favorite Yards beer is the Yards beer that's in front of me, which I have a Summer Cross, which I see you're drinking, Trish. And I'm going to open that now because it's the theme. Mm-hmm. So we're supposed to open, drink a beer, and enjoy each other's company, even though we're a little bit far.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fireside chat that we're having.
But my favorite Yards beer is still the Extra Special Ale, which was our original beer. And it's just a beer that I really like and enjoy, and it's my favorite. But I hardly get to drink that anymore. It's more I'm going after our most popular beer, Philly Pale, or our new Filthy, because I love to try all the new beers, and it's great.
I do have the Filthy at home, so I'll try that later on today. Another question from our Q&A was, what's one thing that you did differently that led to the business success?
Well, I don't think we went at as we started the business, we didn't go at it in a traditional way. We went, our package was kegs only, and there wasn't many breweries that were doing that. Everybody was doing cans and bottles because they could be sold everywhere, and it was the easier sale. We went for the harder sale, which was selling to kegs to bars. And I think that was, you know, how we sort of separated ourselves out a little bit in the beginning by doing it a little different and being so hands-on. Being small, it was easy to do that. As you get bigger, it's a lot harder to be hands-on, but if you surround yourself with the right people, your people make those connections for you, which is great.
Absolutely. So risk versus reward. So many people look at brewing as their ultimate career. Can you talk a little bit about that? Was the risk worth the reward? I know you started in your dorm room, which is very impressive. And I know that when you told your story, there was, you know, little bumps in the road, but how has it all been?
It's definitely been a lot of work. I mean, but when you love what you do, they say you never work a day in your life, but you know, you really work hard. which is, what I think, we aspire to, by working hard, we get the reward. I always say that we have a beer at the end of the day. And that's usually with your coworker or something like that. And you're able to do a different kind of connection that way. You're able to talk to the people around you. They're giving you ideas all the time. They're living this. And, just that whole social interaction along with work really makes it very rewarding.
That's awesome. Would you have changed anything?
I don't think I want to change anything because I love the track that we're on, things like that. But I think it's just, the passion of the brewing industry really grabs you and brings you in. And it's like, it's someplace you never want to leave because of, the great people. And I think that's what really makes this industry awesome, is the people around there. So
that's awesome. And one last question. So I know you talked a little bit about this in your speech, but here we are a little bit after we recorded that. This last 8 weeks, how has business shifted for you? And like I'm sure that there's not enough not as much revenue coming in, but have you shifted enough, and how have you approached this shutdown more or less in your business?
Well, since we have the opportunity to, sell cans and bottles, and that's doing very well, we're really working at that. And we have to sell things a little bit differently and, promote things a little bit differently, because now, it's not, it's a different sale, but it's still, we can get a lot of growth out of that. What we've done with all the time we've been in business, we've been building that trusted brand. And people trust when they get a Yards that it's going to be good quality and it's going to be very consistent. And I think that makes people's decision when they're out buying beer to say, hey, I know I'm not going to make a bad choice by buying a Yards. And I think by pushing that along in today's, I guess, the way people are buying, through the, curbside pickup or whatever it is, I think they feel as though when I bring the beer home and I taste it, it's going to be exactly what I want. And I think that's really important to our growth and our future.
Absolutely. I definitely believe that. So before we end this, thank you for being part of our first virtual event. I know there's a lot of people that are checking this out tonight just to see how this went. So I can't thank you enough for being with us, and I'm going to drink to you. Cheers. Tom,
this
thank
is great.
you. So
cheers.
Thank
All
you. Cheers.
Yep. Bye.
So as we conclude this first portion of the night, I want to take a minute to thank our sponsors again. When this is over, we will have the ad booklet run between the networking event, but I want to thank WSFS Bank, COMCAST Business, A&E Construction, TD Bank, Bars, Gowie, Amon and Foltz, BHCU, Crozier Keystone Health System, Energy Transfer, Mainline Today, Visit Delco PA, SAP, A&M Healthcare, AmeriHealth Caritas, Brinker Simpson, Catholic Community Choir, Click Canyon, Delphera Heating and Cooling, Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, LPL Financial, Meridian Bank, Monarch Staffing, Oliver Heating and Cooling, RCM Business, and Risk Averse Insurance. And this, again, would not be possible without Yards. Thank you so much. I'd also like to take a minute to thank the Drexelbrook. Dominic was actually the one that pushed us to do this virtual event and helped us kind of create this concept. So Dominic and his team who are watching this socially distanced on the big screen at Drexelbrook, thank you for pushing us to do this. Active Image Media, who created the video for us, did the recording, and put this all together. We can't thank you enough, Mike and team. You guys are just amazing, especially Jake. Thank you. Jacqueline, who's here with me in the office, socially distanced, going through this, and Jess, who is behind the scenes making this all happen. We can't thank you enough. So I want to invite everybody to freshen your drinks. Maybe get a couple more snacks, and if you'd like to stick around for networking, to have that other part of the event that you would miss, that you will miss, but we can still create that building relationships here, even though we're not in person. So we're going to take a 10-minute intermission. You will see a countdown on your screen after you see the ad book, and you can come back to the link that is in the chat, and you can join us for networking. So we'll have breakout rooms where we'll have all our folks given the opportunity to give your minute and a half who you are and what you do. And hopefully you will feel the same as you did if we were in person. So thank you so much for joining us for this first portion of the evening, and hopefully we see you back here in 10 minutes. If not, and this was your first Delaware County Chamber of Commerce event, we hope to see you back again soon. We really appreciate you coming and check this out tonight. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you.